Hi guys, welcome back to our weekly live episodes. This is Tada Kenya, and we are here, and I am with my guest. I'll let her introduce herself before we continue. And before I forget, this is the Pad and Water Campaign weekly live sessions. Karibuni sana. Share the live to friends, drop a comment, and don't forget to contribute anything. Just contribute what you have on the QR code.
So, hi everyone. My name is Olivia Otieno, and I'm excited to be your guest on this podcast today. Yes.
Karibu sana. Before we dive into the conversation, for the benefits of our viewers, wale ambao wanatujoin for the first time, so this is Tada Kenya, and we've been having weekly live sessions for the water and pad campaign that we launched 3 months ago. And we are just here to create awareness of why these two campaigns are important to us as Tada Kenya. Just share the progress and invite all the partners and individual donors who want to be part of this campaign. So, Madam Olivia, kabla tujaendelea, you can tell us your role at Stada and how you're connected to these two campaigns.
Okay. Thank you so much, Salim. So, as I've mentioned, my name is still Olivia Otieno, and I work at Stada Kenya as the program lead for health. And under health, there are different activities that we do. And of course, the water and pad projects fall under my docket, that is health. So at Stada, we've been able to do different activities under the programs. And one of them is water, sanitation, and health, which is WASH, water, sanitation, and hygiene. And we drill boreholes in communities. We go to communities. We have people who request for boreholes to be drilled in the communities. And before we drill water in that specific community, we have to go educate the community, mobilize the community, and we do it in partnership. And that means that as much as Stada Kenya comes in to support most of the budget, there is also the involvement of the community. And we educate them on how to treat water, how to take care of the borehole once it is drilled, how do you make sure that the water that they're drinking is safe. And one of the issues is that there is lack of access to water. We work in the community that most of the time when it's dry and there's no rains, it's super dry and there's no access to water. And when it rains, it's flooded. So when there are rains and it gets flooded, the water sources that are already there get infiltrated, and most of the time people get access to water, yes, but the water is contaminated. We cannot talk about health without talking about safe water. Juu tunasema maji ni uhai. So we educate the community on this, then we go back, we drill the borehole. But while at this, we recognize the linkage between water and menstrual health hygiene management. So that is where the PADS project comes in. We make sure that in every community where we drill water, we also educate the girls around there on menstrual health hygiene management. And we donate sanitary products, which are, by the way, made by Stada. So we have the Stada Pads, which is a branch of Stada that makes a social enterprise that manufactures the reusable sanitary pads. And you can follow us on Facebook at Stada Pads Kenya. These are the reusable sanitary products that we make. They are very comfortable, and as we know, they require water. But apart from us just having the reusable sanitary towels that require water, hatuwezi ongelelea mambo na menstrual hygiene bila kuongelelea mambo na maji. So we know that during menses, girls need to clean themselves up, their panties need to be clean, they need to change regularly, and if they're using this, they need water. Their hands need to be clean. So that means they have to have access to water, and not just water, but clean and safe water. And so this is where I come in terms of the pad and water project. And just to reiterate that we cannot talk about pads without talking about water. Yes.
You've mentioned something critical, and maybe for the benefits of everyone who is watching, we can speak of the numbers. So, so far we've distributed over 20,000
Yes.
reusable sanitary towels, and we've drilled over 200 boreholes. And I know someone can say that number is too big and all that, but the need is still there.
The need is
At the
still there.
community level, the need is still there. And maybe just to give a few testimonials of the women and girls we've interviewed when we are at the field.
Yes.
So I'll give an example of a school in Ogenya. Ogenya is in Kabonyo, Kanyagwal, and it's a school that is located in Ogenya IDP. So previously, when the girls didn't have access to menstrual products, most of them would prefer to stay at home, because I mean the parents are earning less than $1. So once they get that $1 maybe from the fishing activities, they prefer to purchase food and maybe buy other basic commodities, because to them they didn't feel like the pad for the girl is not a basic commodity. So we got into the school, we drilled a borehole, we constructed a latrine, and we distributed the reusable pads to every girl. Then after some time, we also went back to do a review, and the girls were like, they are happy because now they don't feel the shame, because when they didn't have the pads, they used to feel the shame because, one, you're using a tissue or a piece of cloth. So they used to worry, what if I go to school, then damu ipite kwa nguo. So most of them preferred to stay at home. But then after 6 months, we went back to that school, and we had positive reviews. They were able to come to school because now they were confident. They didn't feel the shame of spoiling the uniform and that. So their confidence had really gone up, and they were able to come to school and compete equally with the boys, because now if you're at home, so they were able to attend class, performance really improved, absenteeism reduced, and that is just one of the many testimonials that we get from school heads, teachers, and even the pupils themselves. So just as vile tunaingia ndani into the conversation, why should people come into this campaign? Why should they be part of this campaign? Yes.
So I think you mentioned some of the most critical issues about periods, because someone will say, why are we still talking about access to menstrual products in
2020,
2026,
21st century,
and we are still talking about like access, and you will not believe it, there are still girls that do not have access to sanitary products, and that includes like the normal pads. They still have to use blankets. There are girls who have to use like pieces of clothes, and I think there's one community where we found a girl who was using some very dirty pieces of clothes, and she had like constant irritation and constant UTI because of this, and she did not realize that it was as a result of the pieces of cloth that she was using. And you see, this also affects her health, it affects her esteem. Na unajua tu mtoto msichana, like esteem yake ikishakuwa interfered with, and she's supposed to go to school and
compete
equally with the boy child. Yeah, exactly. So like period poverty is still a reality in the current generation as well. In the current century, period poverty is real. And just the instance of the girl that I have given who still uses dirty clothes or stash of clothes which are not properly like cleaned to just be able to manage their menses, and they have to also be in class and concentrate. Imagine you've used stash of clothes to just manage your periods. Even for me, who uses just the normal pads, which I'm supposed to be very comfortable, but you find that most of the time I can't even sit in a place and nitashinda nikisema ay ama isha leak. So imagine this girl who is using pieces of cloth. How comfortable is this girl in class? And so for the community that we work with, we have to come to the reality that period poverty is still a very big issue.
Yeah.
And even just a girl getting access to a normal sanitary product, the pads, that the disposable pads that we always talk about, getting money to just buy the pads. And we have had some of our young mothers who have told us stories of how they had to like have sex so that then they get money for a pad, and that is how they even ended up becoming young mothers. And we can't like still be in a community where we talk about girls having to have sex, they're not able to negotiate even for safe sex because they need this pad. Not even, let's assume the girl is not even going to school, even just to be able to sit around people and just be comfortable when they're in their periods, it's an issue. So when period poverty is not like well tackled, there are a lot of things that affects the life of a girl, from her health, from her general activity in the community, how she shows up, and also we talk about now the absenteeism in school as well. And now the lack of water makes it even harder, because I might have the product, but if I do not have access to water, how do I clean up after menstruation? How do I even sit next to my my peers if I do not like clean up properly? And so the importance of this is just so that girls are able to live a stigma-free life. They enjoy being in their periods, because period is supposed to be a very beautiful thing, but you get a lot of girls being stigmatized because they do not have access to both the information and also the products. And so STADA just tries to find ways of dealing with the period poverty and just making sure that we live in a world that is, girls are able to live in a period stigma-free world. Yes.
Just to affirm on what you've said, at STADA Kenya, we are working to ensure that period does not define or limit us to reach our full potential. And that's why we are here to have you on board, to work with us, to be able to ensure that every girl, every woman has access to clean, safe, and affordable menstrual products. So if you're a partner, an individual, a company, any form of support will really help this cause, because again, a girl somewhere will be smiling because of you. Again, you'll have enabled a girl have her confidence back because you are on board. So maybe for we can just for the benefits of our viewers, we can just tell them the different ways that they can come on board to make this thing a reality, to make this campaign a success.
So for this campaign, we're looking at going to 47 counties in Kenya, and of course we are beginning with Kilifi. Tunaenda Kilifi wase, and you can be part of this fundraiser, but we're looking at going to all the 47 counties. Tunaanza na Kilifi, na we are going to your school, actually.
My former school. I don't want I want them to be like, oh wow, like to be surprised. But then we'll be coming to Kilifi, and tukishaanza safari tutawaambia shule ambayo tunaenda. So anyone who feels like they want to be part of this tour, mkuje. If you're in Kisumu and you've not gone to the coast, please, this is an opportunity for you to join us.
And it's a road trip.
How many counties? Around 7 counties.
And
we'll be doing a stopover in every county. So feel free, kuja on board. Let's partner. We have flexible packages. If you want to be part of the tour, you can as well support us with anything. Inaweza kuwa hata tissue, serviette, like anything that you are able to support. Please feel free to come on board, reach us out. After this, we'll give the official emails, and we'll also give the official number that you can reach us out. We'll also attach our Mchanga link on the comment section. You can contribute anything. We also attach the QR code. You can just scan and just go through our website and see the different active fundraisers. Lakini pia uambie event ambayo iko upcoming.
So sorry to take you back a little. So pale Kilifi, we are taking 10,000 reusable sanitary towels and we're looking at drilling a borehole. So you can support by either donating towards the drilling of the borehole. You can partner with us in terms of expertise, in terms of just being a sponsor for that borehole. And we are very happy to share more details on this. For the 10,000 reusable towels, usually we sell the reusable towels at 800 per pack, but because of the fundraiser, we are doing 700. We are doing 700. So besides the reusable sanitary towels, like I mentioned, menstrual hygiene management is not just about the pads. Girls need pants, girls need soap, girls need tissue. And so these are some of the in-kind donations that you can be able to make. Kama uko na tissue, kindly just reach out. It will go a long way for a girl. If you have soap, bar of soap that you can donate, we'll be happy to connect with you.
Even disposable pads.
Even the disposable pads. Yes, thank you for reminding me
places
that.
like Kajiado and Garissa that still we've not drilled boreholes yet.
Yes.
But then if you donate the disposable pads, then it will be able to sustain them for some time. Of course, it's not a sustainable solution, but then it will be able to sustain them for some time as we continue to mobilize for more resources to reach every county.
Yeah. And as we are looking forward to going to Kilifi, we have build-up fundraisers that we are currently doing. And we have an activity in August that is a family fun day, which will be on 22nd this August. It's a space for parents to come with their children and have fun. We'll have lots of games, trivia, chess, Scrabble, bouncing castles, swimming. If you want your painting, if you want your child to have access, and of course children to just be able to network with other kids, and for parents will also have fun activities for you. You can't miss to be part of this.
And we also have both. We have the regular at 5,000, the VIP at 10,000, then VVIP at 10,000. So if you want to be part of this as a sponsor, come on board. We'll be able to prepare a space for you to display your work. And especially those dealing with kids services, kids, anything related to kids, the parents, feel free and book a space because we have limited slots available. So book a space, come, let's interact, let's have fun for a cause.
Thank you. And for those who are seeking at partnering with us, our official email is padproject@stadakenya.org. And for the water project, it's waterproject@stadakenya.org as well.
And if you want to text us on WhatsApp, SMS, or a call, you can call us on 0705 54 0012. 0705 54 0012. Remember, no amount is too little. You can contribute 100, 200. You can buy one pad, 10 pieces, 100 pieces, and we'll be able to deliver to that one girl.
And not to forget, if you also need these sanitary, these reusable pads, just to be able to donate to another school, we are able to make them for you. If you want them to be custom made in terms of branding, we are your plan.
So see you next time. If you have something for our audience to add, see you next time, same place.
Thank you for having me as well.
Karibu sana. Yes. Friday msikose. Friday will also be here. On Mondays or Fridays, every week you will find us here.
And don't forget to follow our pages at Stada Kenya and at Stada Pads.
Drop a comment and we'll be able to reach out if you have any questions. Asanteni sana and bye. See you next time. Bye.